Hello out there, Denture family. It's me again. Another update. This is day 5 post-op. Actually, I was done on Monday, so it's day 6, but it's 5 days post-op because Susie's counted as day 1. I wanted to try to use these videos too to try to help slow my talking down so I can be understood easier. Before I was talking so fast that it was hard to understand me, so I'd have to repeat myself. But I was always so embarrassed about my teeth um, that I didn't want to keep my mouth open any longer than necessary. So I just talk really fast and try to get my point across. Um, Day 5. Right now, I'm not in any pain at all. I did go to my Tim Hawkins concert last night. I told everyone that I was going to laugh till my teeth fell out, but I managed to hold those babies in, even though I laughed and laughed and laughed. He was hilarious. I highly recommend listening to him. He is awesome. You can look him up on YouTube. He's got quite a few YouTube videos, and you can see some of his videos, his songs, and his comedy routine. Um, when I came home last night, though, I discovered issues. I have some issues, yes. Who doesn't have issues? But um, I noticed that to begin with, the uppers are, I mean, they're right here. I can touch the top of them right here. I guess I can tell it more because the swelling is going down. Even my husband mentioned that he's noticed the swelling going down. So, and it seems to be also in my gums that it's going down too. The sites look fantastic. I took the dentures out last night and looked at them after I did my mouth rinse and soaked the dentures. And I decided to try to soak the dentures for longer than I usually do. I usually do it for just for about 10 minutes or so because the little box says it cleans it in 3 minutes. So I usually just put them in the water and put the uh, tablet in there so that they can soak while I'm either getting ready for bed or getting ready for my day. Then I decided to try to just let my gums rest, and they don't seem to be bothering me being out. But I did notice that when they're out, I guess because there's nothing there to hold my jaw, and my jaw really hurts on both sides. Now I already have TMJ. I've had TMJ for 20 years. It usually doesn't bother me, but you can hear it when I move my jaw around. I can feel it and hear it clicking. So this has been going on for a very long time, and I do understand that a lot of people develop TMJ after they get dentures, and I guess it's because there's no teeth there to hold your jaws in proper position. Um, but it really, really, really aches and hurts when I have my dentures out for any length of time. So I have to sit there with hold my mouth open. So I'm sitting there doing that, and that's just completely uncomfortable. But I also noticed too that it really the bottom and here, if you notice on the bottom, they're not really even on both sides. One side is lower than the other. So yeah, that's really kind of gross. um, they're staying in place, but I did notice, especially on the left side, that it's really far down in there, and it's not hurting yet, but I can see the potential of it rubbing a sore as my dentures get loose. It's uncomfortable. It's not painful. It's just uncomfortable and a little irritating. Um, and I can feel it sometimes when I'm trying to chew. It's a little bit painful on this side over here where it goes down so far. So I think on my first visit, if I can make it to the 8th, if I don't have to call them beforehand, I'm going to have them shaved down this side over here to where it's more comfortable, and probably some on the top over here because it's still uncomfortable up there too. Oh, it doesn't, for the most part, I don't notice it, but on occasion when I'm either sitting watching TV or, not busy doing something, I really notice it. The bruising is improving. It's getting better over here. A little bit better here. It still looks pretty dark right here, but as you can see, there's a lot of yellow around here. But that just shows that it's healing. But because it's so bad on this side, it's going to take a while. So I'll probably end up going to Dollywood, still bruised, Um, I do have an event with my young living friends where this afternoon at 3, so I'll have to leave here in a couple of hours. Um, I tried to cover it with makeup last night, and whereas I can get these covered, there's just it's so dark and so big. There's just no way that I have enough makeup to cover it. So I'm not even going to attempt that for the next few days until it's either light enough to where I can cover it or it just goes away. Um, that's about it. Things are going really good. I'm comfortable. I took the last pain pill when I got home from the concert last night. I did take the last pain pill because I was in a fair amount of pain, I guess, from laughing so hard. Um, so I did go ahead and take that last pain pill. And a couple of hours later, went ahead and took some ibuprofen. And now I'm back on the 4 hours, every 4 hours with ibuprofen. I'm going to do that for the next couple of days. And then, because I can still tell about 30 minutes before the next dose is due, I'm still having a little bit of pain. It's becoming sore, more sore, I can tell. And yeah, I did I fixed spaghetti for dinner last night and did eat that. I cut it in really tiny, tiny pieces and chewed some of that ground beef. And it was okay. Still had a Nutri-Grain bar for breakfast, and I did bite off for the first time. Actually, bit off the tip of it, and it was a little uncomfortable, but it wasn't painful. So I think that's because this is so high up that it was a little uncomfortable because it kind of pushed up a little bit. Um, I watched Bill Weston's video on his trying to eat crunchy things like carrots and apples, and he just had a really, really hard time the first time he did that when he made that video. So yeah, a little nervous about that because I was really looking forward to eating apples. But if I end up having to cut up apples and eat them that way, that's fine with me, as long as I'm able to eat apples, and I haven't been able to eat those in years at all. So not even just cutting them up into slices. But if I cut them up into slices, I can dip it in caramel or I can dip it in peanut butter, and that's yummy. I love that. Um, Husband had to work today, so I'm on my own, and I won't get to see much. Usually he's off the weekends, but he had to go in today. Just got to get a little bit of work done here, and then I'm going to take off for my event. And on Saturdays, it's what we call Garrett's Restaurant around here. So you're on your own for dinner. So I'm not sure what I'm going to have yet, but just so far today, I've only had a Nutri-Grain bar and I had a protein shake and some water, and of course my antibiotic and pain pills, ibuprofen pills, and that's about it. That's all I got. Gonna keep you posted. I will probably post another video tomorrow. Sundays are usually light days. I just don't do a whole lot because it's a day of rest. I go to church and I volunteer in the nursery, taking care of babies. I just hope I don't scare them tomorrow because we are a little bit down on volunteers. So kind of have to because we've had so many babies in there lately that we've needed quite a few of us in there to volunteer. So um, I will see you guys tomorrow. You guys have a blessed day, and I will see you later. Bye.